You don't learn French by just going to any random French content.
So,
You
today we're not actually here to teach you French. No, what we are going to do is something a little different and maybe even more interesting. We're going to deconstruct how you learn it. We're going to take a look inside this popular beginner's textbook and reveal the incredibly smart step by step method it uses to get anyone up and running. Okay, so where does it all begin? The entire journey, everything, kicks off with this one perfect question: Qu'est-ce que c'est? Or what is this? Think about it. It's the first question a kid asks about everything. It's the starting block for any learner. It frames the entire process as an adventure of discovery. And that question leads us straight to the very first step in learning any language. You've got to be able to name stuff. Before you can build sentences, you need the bricks, right? You need to be able to point at something and ask, what is that thing? And the book's answer is just as simple as the question. C'est un livre. It's a book. We start with one single real-world object. This isn't some abstract grammar theory. It's tangible. You can see it, you can hold it. It's the simplest building block you can possibly have. But right away, notice what the course does. Before you even know a single verb, it introduces one of the most fundamental concepts in French. It shows you that every single noun is on a team. It's either masculine, using a, or it's feminine, using une. So a man and a book, un homme and un livre, they're on team masculine. A woman and a table, une femme and une table, they're on team feminine. And this is where you can really see the genius of the textbook's method. Establish the non-negotiable rules right at the beginning. The golden rule, as they call it, is that every noun is either masculine or feminine. That's it. There's no middle ground, no neutral option. By locking this idea down on day one, everything that comes later has a solid foundation to build on. All right, so once you can name things, what's the next logical step? Well, you start to describe them, right? You start adding color and size and detail to this world that you're just beginning to build with words. So, we start with our old friend, the masculine noun from before, un livre, a book, and we just add a simple color, bleu. So now we have un livre bleu, a blue book. Simple enough, right? But watch what happens next. This is where it gets clever. Now we swap in our feminine noun, une table, and bam! Look at that adjective. It's not blue anymore, it's blue. See that little E that just magically appeared on the end? This is the textbook showing you the concept of adjective agreement, not just telling you in a boring paragraph. It's brilliant. So, this whole idea is called adjective agreement. The course just lays it out as a simple pattern. For feminine words, you usually tack on an E. For plural stuff, you tack on an S. It basically turns what could be a super confusing grammar rule into a simple, repeatable formula. Okay, so we can name things and we can describe them. But to really say anything meaningful, our sentences need to do something. They need action. They need states of being. We need to fire up the engine of the sentence, the verb. And of course, the textbook starts with the absolute most important verb of all, être, which means to be. And just look at how cleanly this is presented. A simple, easy-to-read table, no confusion. Je suis, I am. Tu es, you are. It's laid out as this core piece of information you just need to learn. And then, immediately, that abstract grammar table becomes human. It's not just a list of words to memorize anymore. It's part of a conversation. Je suis grand. Tu es petit. I am tall. You are short. This connects the rule directly to a real-world practical example you can literally use today. So now we've got nouns, we got adjectives, and we've got the verb to be. The course now starts to combine all these pieces to let you do something truly amazing. Tell a simple story. And to do that, you need to be able to move beyond just talking about what's happening right now. And check out how the book makes talking about the future so incredibly easy. Instead of some complex, scary grammar table, it gives you a simple 3-step recipe. You just take the verb aller, which means to go, add literally any other verb on the end, and bestow, je vais manger. I am going to eat. It's such an elegant and powerful shortcut. So all of a sudden, with just a few of these core concepts, the learner is basically a time traveler. You can talk about the present, je parle, I speak. You can talk about something you already did, j'ai parlé, I spoke. And you can talk about what you're about to do, je vais parler, I am going to speak. I mean, how empowering is that? So when you put it all together, what does it add up to? Let's zoom out and take a look at the textbook's fundamental philosophy, the actual path it carves out for every single person who picks it up for the first time. This timeline just sums up the whole journey perfectly. In Lesson 1, all you can do is name an object. A few lessons later, you can describe it. Then you can make a statement about it. And by the time you hit Lesson 20, you can express an intention, a complete thought about the future. It's such a logical and really satisfying progression. And what's the payoff at the end of this first volume? Well, it's something you can actually measure. Over 500 words of vocabulary. And that's not just a random list of words. It's a carefully chosen toolkit for building thousands of your own unique sentences. When you really break it down, the method is simple, but it is so powerful. You start small, you build on it logically, you always connect the grammar to real life, you repeat the patterns, and maybe most importantly, every single lesson is designed to make this huge, intimidating task of learning a new language feel genuinely achievable. So after taking apart this whole learning process, seeing how all these little pieces click together to build something so powerful, it kind of leaves you with one final thought. Knowing how it's built, from just one word to a full sentence, what's the very first thing you would want to say?